Hi, St. Pius. It's Mrs. Timothy. It is the last week of April. This week we are going to look at some artists, one artist a day, and learn some things from the artists, different ways of putting color on paper. I just wanted to say that I loved everyone's posters for the healthcare contest. You guys did great. My friend has already sent pictures around to her coworkers, and she took them in today to get them laminated and hung, and she already told me how much her coworkers love them. So you did a great thing making those posters. I sent out the 3 top prizes already on email, and so if Kira, Summer, or Alyssa, if you did not get that email, you need to let me know, because I already sent it out yesterday, and I will start sending out the Krispy Kreme e-cards on emails this week. All right, so today we're going to talk about this guy, Vincent van Gogh. Okay, he's very well known. Everybody knows this one painting that he did. Why, I can't see with my light. Starry Night. All right, but here's the thing that I want you to really do. We're going to look at it closely. See, so he did this lovely painting of Starry Night. But if you look at it really close, you can see all of his little brush strokes. He does his color in like lines. He doesn't just do one big field of color. He has all these little lines, even all the way around his star, right? Little lines of color going all the way around the line. Little lines of color making up the tree here, this cypress tree. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put our color on using these like lines of color, dash marks of color, okay? So I have attached to this Facebook post and to the email for the YouTube video, and underneath the YouTube video I've attached a link so you could print out this image of Van Gogh's Starry Night. All right, so what I want us to do is not to just color it in. I want you to try to color it in a different way. That's what we're learning this week, how to do things a little differently. So find as many different blues as you can. This could be crayon, it could be marker, it could be colored pencil. All right, so I'm just picking 3 blues for our video. And all these swirls here, they were all blue colors in dashed lines. But not just little tiny dashes. You're going to drive yourself crazy if you start doing these tiny dashes like this. Right? You don't have to do tiny dashes. We can do long dashes. You see that? Maybe stagger them a little. Leave some white in between. He did not color the entire thing in blue dashes. He had some white color there too. All right, so I'm doing some big dashes of color. Don't yawn, everybody can hear that. Big dashes of color in one color here. I'm just gonna do this one big swirl that he has done here. And I'm gonna get another blue, and I'm gonna do some more dashes of color in this other blue. And what you start to realize is that all these blues come together to give you an idea of this swirling shape. It doesn't have to be one solid blue color. This is one of the reasons that Vincent van Gogh is so well known today, is because he decided to paint differently. This was a new way of putting paint on a canvas by putting it in these big dashed like strokes of paint. All right, so I did another blue. I'm going to pick another blue, especially if you have a big crayon box. You're going to have lots of blue colors. The other way that you can get different blues, if you don't have a lot of different blue crayons, you can use your blue crayon and color lightly in one spot and then color heavily in another spot. And you can see it gives you 2 different shades of the blue. So that could be another way of making it look like you have different colored blues. All right. So you want to do the whole sky like this, even around these stars. You do not have to use white crayon, but if you get like 2 different colored yellows, a lot of this is white around here. Just do a few yellow marks. So the very center was yellow. All right. Just do a few yellow marks and make it look like it's that swirling, paint. And for the moon, use a dark yellow. Use a couple different lines of dark yellow and a couple different lines of a lighter yellow. And that gives you the idea of that moon. And then you're going to put these big like stripes. I don't know what you're going to call them. Bars of yellow, big lines of yellow going around the moon. And hopefully you can have a couple different yellows. Yellows are going to probably be the hardest ones to have a large variety of. And to make it look really different because they look so close in color. Okay. You can do that around the stars. Take a couple different greens for your green cypress tree. Again, you just follow his lines. Oops. And then crayons are breaking all over the place. Go in with a second green. And the thing with this tree, since it's nighttime, you can use a really dark green, like a blue green. I have one. That's turquoise. But you can use a really dark green and it'll work because it's nighttime and it looks really dark in the actual painting. All right. The other thing, of course, you would do that for the whole painting using little strokes of color. And the other thing is, if you cannot get this printed out, you can, of course, draw your own picture, whatever it is you draw, and color it in the same way. And that way you get an idea of how Vincent van Gogh put his color on his paintings and why it looks so neat, because it's a lot of energy with all these little strokes of color. It's a lot of energy, a lot of movement in the drawing. So it gives you a sense of energy, especially with his bright colors and his little strokes of color. So that is my lesson for today. We will look at a new artist tomorrow, and try to enjoy the weather. It was a little surprising today. The sun came out and looked pretty nice out there. So get out there and get some exercise. It feels good. All right, St. Pius, I'll see you tomorrow.